Postal to share the pain. I don't know how people regarded it back in 2003, 2004, but I think it's an okay game. Average. Not bad, but not exactly a blockbuster or a hit or anything like that. But it's okay, for like, I don't know, a week. The story, the plot, it ain't really something. I mean, Postal Dude is just going through a week. Nothing more, nothing less. He has to deal with a lot and a lot of bullshit. Something we can all relate to. Now you have the chance you can either be the good-hearted, peaceful Samaritan who takes all this shit in stride, or you can just go crazy and kill a bunch of people. Personally, I can never get past at least 2 days without going apeshit and killing a bunch of people. So I guess, yeah, it's nothing more than a game where you go apeshit. Remind you of any game? Yeah. Well, anyways, I think that the expansion, or was it really an expansion? I don't know. Anyways, I thought that the expansion, Apocalypse Weekend, was a lot better. Only because you could cut off people's limbs with a machete or a scythe, and when you blew up someone, a limb flew off. That was cool, you know. In the first part, you couldn't do that. I mean, you could just whack their head off with a shovel and then play golf with it, but that wasn't really as cool as cutting someone's legs off when they were running away from you with a scythe. The best thing about the scythe in Apocalypse Weekend, you could cut someone up in, what's the word? You could cut them up horizontally through their midsection. Yeah. Then you watch their guts crawl out. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was so fucking awesome. Alright. And now, I await Postal 3. I really wonder if the machete and the scythe are gonna come back. Or maybe they were trademarks of Postal 2. I don't know. But still, smashing all those zombies' heads with a sledgehammer was a memorable experience. Not like, using those fucking guns to put a slug in their fucking brains, then go into a room to find a puzzle, then going 3 floors down to one room, one exact specific freaking room to get, I don't know, a nutcracker to open a cage door on the first room where you found the puzzle. Wait, I was talking about Postal, yet I wound up talking about Resident Evil, or actually any stupid survival horror game with dumbass puzzles. Yeah, that's one thing about these survival horror games that bothers me. There's an emphasis on puzzles. Fucking puzzles. I mean, I know you have monsters and limited ammo and you can just barely beat the shit out of one monster and then survive, but come on, it's basically all about puzzles, Opening one door, getting through one area of the game, and then repeating the same step over and over again. I mean, it should be called a puzzle horror game, not a survival horror game. Jesus Christ, in most situations, you're just safe in a room trying to solve a fucking puzzle. The monsters are nothing more than distractions. In most games, you can just go around them, not waste any ammo, not waste your time. Just go from room to room, picking up objects and then using them in whichever obscure way to solve a puzzle. God, I hate those fucking puzzle horror games. Jesus Christ. But Silent Hill. Hell, it was fucking scary, dude. But I appreciate games like The Suffering because it's like a horror, but it's more emphasized on action, shooting the monsters, just going forward, not stopping for any dumbass puzzle unless it's, really fucking simple, but still. It's mainly about action in those types of games, and that's what I like. Yeah, I know. Puzzles are made to make you think. These puzzles, the puzzles like in, let's say, Silent Hill 3, I remember one puzzle where you had to use a nutcracker to open, to crush a lock. What the fuck? Who the fuck thought that up? I mean, that's just stupid. I mean, unless you're, I can only imagine that in Japan, or where the game was created, they thought of that puzzle as extremely easy. But here, here it would be really, I don't know, weird. I mean, you basically expect to make, I don't know, like a makeshift lockpick from wire or something, but a nutcracker? That's just, I don't know, unexpected. I'm just like at a loss for words or something. I don't know. But still, yeah, those types of puzzles really well puzzle me. Who the fuck comes up with them? I mean, they're a little illogical, but I guess they make sense once you explain them. But then they're not puzzles anymore. So that defeats the purpose. But what I'm trying to say here is that these survival horror games, they're not survival horror games. A survival horror game is when you barely make it out of a fight with a monster by the skin of your teeth, only to be killed 31 seconds later by a more stronger monster. That is a survival horror game. These games, like Silent Hill or Resident Evil, they are puzzle horror games. And I would really appreciate it from everybody if they just call them that. Puzzle horror games. I mean, come on. I know that thinking rationally and using logic isn't the strong point of most people, but Jesus Christ, I would at least expect them to get the genres of video games right. I mean, come on.